Namaskar. The 8th point of the 16 points is called Upavasa. Upavasa literally means to remain near God. Upa is near and Vasa is God, cosmic consciousness. On the physical level, Upavasa means fasting, to abstain from food and water. And on the spiritual level, it is our spiritual holiday. We abstain as much as we can from the mundane activities and engage our minds in the spiritual activities, such as singing of the mantra, singing of the spiritual songs, meditating, reading spiritual literature, and remaining in the company of other spiritual people. That is the purpose of Upavasa. Time to time we need this kind of holiday, because the mind needs to be like restarted, rebooted. Otherwise the mind slowly accumulates a different type of heaviness. The body accumulates the toxins and the mind also accumulate the toxins. So the ancient yogis, they developed this practice to regularly detoxify themselves, to detox their bodies, to detox their minds. This Upavasa is done at the days of so-called Ekadashi. Ekadashi means 11th day. After the new moon, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. By the way, I look at the moon now, the moon already risen, and it is half in size. When it is half, it means day after tomorrow is the Ekadashi. 11th day after the new moon and 11th day after the full moons. You can use the calendar or you can also just look at the sky. Actually now it is not even half, it is a little more than a half. So we are going to fast tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have that holiday. Our body machine needs a break time to time. Otherwise, it's when we digest the food, when we exercise, when we live, when we move, when we talk, when we experience different emotions, the body accumulates toxins. And due to those toxins, we start to feel tired, we start to feel also emotionally down, and we need to detoxify our bodies. So at the 11th day, you don't eat, you don't drink, if your health permits. If the health is very good, then you can fast without food and water. And the health will become even better. Actually, I started to fast when my friend has advised me. I was very sick, I caught cold, and those days, if I would become sick, I would be sick for 1 week almost. 1 week or even 10 days, 2 weeks. So I was with a fever and with a runny nose and like this. So he said, "Hey, you are sick today and 3 days ago you were also sick. What is it with you?" I say, "Yeah, because I'm sick for 10 days." He say, "Why don't you fast?" And at that moment, his proposal was very illogical to me. I thought, how I fast? I don't have any energy. Even now, even today, I don't have any energy. But if I will not eat, then I will become very weak. And in that state of weakness, this sickness will take me to the another world. I will die. Say, no. You try. Don't eat, don't drink. And then some, adventurous part of me said, okay, let's do it. So I fasted. And to my disbelief and amazement, next day after fasting, I became totally fine. All the sickness is gone. So I was very impressed. Actually, the body was full of toxins. The body needed rest. The body needed cleansing. And that's why I could not get rid of my sickness. Many people today, they are living for 40 years, for 50 years, for 60 years, and the body is running without a single break. if you are doing every day the work, slowly you will get tired. So our body, our digestive system has never got any rest in a lifetime. So that's why sometimes the body takes the holiday by becoming sick. And when we are sick, we don't feel like eating, we are lying down, and the body is slowly renovating itself and restoring itself. So if we actually do it methodically and regularly, then body doesn't have to get sick at all. In most cases, there are of course several diseases that happens not due to the toxins but some other reasons. But most of the cases, majority of the disease is due to the toxicity of the body. The toxins we receive are either from the food or from poor system of elimination. We don't go toilet properly, we don't sweat properly, we don't drink enough water, or from the internal, from the hormonal system when we experience negative emotions. If we get angry, if we get jealous, if we get angry, jealous, greedy, whatever, stressful, those emotions, they create hormones which becomes like a poisons to our body. So the fasting will remove both the physical toxins, and as a result the mental toxins will also be removed. So it is very good practice actually on the physical level. I travel a lot and I give many lectures, and sometimes I get very exhausted, and sometimes I lose inspiration due to this dense activity. But one thing I noticed, that when I become completely exhausted and then the fasting day comes, I will fast, and next morning I will wake up and I feel just completely fresh, and I'm able to do again the same thing over and over again. It's just like after you're coming out of, after the holidays, after the leave, you have been somewhere in the beach and the sea, enjoying nicely the sun and tanning, and now you come to your work and you are full of energy, you can do everything and anything. So similar feeling you get after just a day of dry fast. So I recommend everybody. And on the spiritual, so on the physical level, it will detoxify the body. That's why you will get healthier. The digestive system will get rest, and after that rest, it will work much better. The intestines will be cleansed, and that's why even the color of the skin will change immediately. There is like, for example, there is in medical procedures, there is this hydrocolonal therapy. Basically, they put some enema, a big, large enema, and they pump the water in and out, in and out. So the intestines become completely clean. And after that procedure, people they cannot believe, they feel so fresh, and they feel so much rejuvenated, they feel so much younger. And this similar procedure is done after fasting. I will explain later. So on the physical level, it is very, very, very good for health. For many years, I have not been sick, mostly. Very, very, very rarely I will get sick, and I will be sick only for 2-3 days, and then again I'm healthy. And before that, before I started a yogic diet, yogic lifestyle and meditation and asanas, I used to get sick so much. My body was not so physically sound and healthy. I remember I had, like, in the clinics, there is this large, the history of my sickness and my childhood memory. We are sitting there in the clinic with my mother, waiting for the doctor to do some examination and do something, to prescribe some pills and prescribe some injections. This was my childhood. And when I started to practice yoga meditation, and when I learned especially the fasting and vegetarian diet, from that I never been to the hospital anymore. From that point, I only went a few times with some teeth fixing and cleaning and checking. That's all. I didn't go to the hospital. There was no problem at all, and there was a radical transformation. So on the physical level, fasting is very beneficial. If you are healthy, if, for example, you have weak kidneys, then it might not be a good idea to fast without water. So you need to consult your doctor whether you can do without water or not. And there are doctors who are specialized on these therapies, like the nature therapists. They can advise whether you can do or you cannot do. So if you cannot do the dry fasting, then you can do with water. Of course, the dry fasting is faster. If you fast dry, then after the second skipped meal, you get the body reversed. The body was targeted for the consumption of different nutrients. But after the second skipped meal, the body is not anymore consuming, the body is cleansing. There is a switch after the second skipped meal. So the dry fasting is very fast method. Liquid fast, only after 3 days the body switches from consuming to cleaning, to cleansing. And then when the body is cleaning itself, it targets all the broken, all the damaged cells and eradicate them from the body. So the body getting very much rejuvenated through fasting. Okay, if you cannot fast dry, then fast with water. If you cannot fast with water, then fast on fruits. If you cannot fast on fruits, then simply remove grains and pulses from your diet at that particular day. But that is extreme case. I think everybody can fast, at least with water. And most of the people whom I know, they can fast even dry. There is no problem. On the mental level, on the psychological level, the fasting will low down the negative emotions and also awaken spiritual emotions. You will feel just like the body is getting clean, so the mind is also getting clean. If you fast 1 day, you're clean. If you fast 2 days, even more clean. The mind is, and there is a prescription from my spiritual master, he said that if you cannot find any prescription for shasti means corrective punishment. If you cannot find measures to correct yourself, you don't know how to change yourself, then clean your body and mind through fasting. Abstain from food and water, automatically you will come in a very good state of mind. So on the psychic level, it is also very, very beneficial. You will feel rested, you will feel rejuvenated, you will feel just ready to do anything after fasting. And then finally on the spiritual level also, if you fast, and especially if you fast according to the system, that is, when you fast and you abstain from the mundane activities and you actually do meditation. You do much more meditation than you usually do at that day. So next day, when you break your fast, when the body is starts operating in a normal mode, then you will feel different spiritual feelings. Sometimes it comes. You just feel so much love. You just feel so much inspiration and joy and bliss within your heart, because the higher centers have been activated. And now when you take the food, that food fuels the higher centers. And the lower centers have been brought under control. So now you're enjoying the spiritual feelings and spiritual flow. So that is very important. And you will find in every tradition, in every religion, there is this prescription. Different saints and mystics, they have been fasting to achieve something spiritual. So we do it not in extreme form. We don't do like for 40 days or half a year. We just do it for 1 year, twice a month. And those who want to pursue a life of a sannyasi, the life of a monk, renunciate, and want to control all the worldly desires, they are prescribed to fast 4 times a month. At the 11th day, at the 11th day, at the new moon, at the full moon. These are the 4 times. And regular practitioners 2 times, at the 11th day, at the 11th day. So how to do? For example, tomorrow I'm going to fast. So today I will eat dinner, but I will not eat much. Sometimes we have this idea, oh, tomorrow I will fast, so let me eat nicely. Let me eat as much as I can. If you do that, next day will be very, very heavy for you, because the body will have difficult times to detoxify itself. But if you take a very light dinner today, even though you feel, oh, it psychologically is a bit difficult, tomorrow I'm not going to eat. It's, you know, is a very like a basic instinct to get the food. So if I know that tomorrow I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to drink, so today I have a pressure, I want to eat more. But I have to control myself, and I will not eat much. I will just eat a very light meal. I can eat soup, I can drink some milk, I can whatever is light for you, you take that. Some vegetables, and then I will sleep. Tomorrow morning, if I feel very thirsty, before sunrise, I can take some water. And after sunrise, I am not taking water, I am not eating anything until the next sunrise. Okay, the whole day not eating, not drinking, again sleeping, and waking up next morning, ready to break my fast. Then how to break? The toxins has been taken out of every portion of the body and stored where? They have all been brought to the intestines, to the large intestine. And now I need to wash my intestines. I need to flush them. So I do it with the lemon water. 1 liter of water, about 1 lemon. You juice 1 lemon into that water. Take the juice of 1 lemon and squeeze it to the water. And then about 1 tablespoon of salt. The more the salt, the better it is. Salt should not be refined. It should be as raw as possible. Sea salt is also okay. Or like pink Himalayan salt is also very good. So you make this solution. It's also very personal. Some people need more salt. Some people need less salt. If you put more salt, there is a higher probability that the solution will work. If you put less salt, there is a higher probability that the water is going to be absorbed by the body. But if you put too much salt, you may get headache, and you may get also nauseous feeling. The nausea will be there. So you need to regulate the amount of salt and also amount of water. Like I have a larger body and I need at least 1 liter of water. But some people, they manage just with a half a liter. That's okay. So I take that water and my stomach will not recognize it as a food. It will say, oh, what is this? And the valve will be opened and all the water will be flushed to the intestines. And water will go, and then it will come out of the body. You will feel pressure, you will go to the toilet, and it will come out with the pressure. So with that water, all the impurities, all the toxins will also come out and be cleansed. There is a special practice in Hatha Yoga. It is called Shanka Prakshalana. You can also do that. Shanka Prakshalana is drinking salty water and then doing certain set of exercises. Those exercises open different valves and push the water through. I personally never felt any need in those exercises because my body just, I drink and after 15 minutes the water is out. But that is also habit. I think first time I drank, maybe it took 1.5 hours, even 2 hours for the water to pass through. But then as I fasted and my intestine became cleaner and cleaner, the process became very, very easy. Actually, I went to in India to some nature therapists and I did this hydrocolonal therapy, and the doctor was doing it and he said, "Sir, you're completely clean. There is nothing there." I thought, because I was curious, this practice of fasting that I am doing, is it taking proper care of my intestines, of my digestive system, or I have to do something extra? And he told, "No, sir, you're completely clean. There is nothing there." So that was very good. I was inspired with that. So it is a very, very special practice. You will just do it, and after that you will just feel the life is so different, the life is so bright, and just everything, the colors are brighter, the tastes are brighter, the smells are sharper, everything just becomes so beautiful. And also at the spiritual level, at the psychic level and the spiritual level, you get the rejuvenation, you get the inspiration. So this practice, I would say it is really a must for a serious spiritual practitioner. Otherwise, that time will still somehow be taken from us by tiredness, by sickness. It is better I do it methodically. There is time for eating, there is time for consuming, and there is time for resting and cleansing. So that is about Upavasa, remaining near God. Fast, abstain from food and water, and at the same time engage your mind in spiritual ideation through the process of meditation and other processes. Thank you very much. Namaskar.